Hi, my name's Steve Ford and I'm from Leo Bay, Campsite, Kent, the Isle of Sheppey, and I'd like to show you a rather special off-grid vehicle we put together. It's a motorhome and it needs an awful lot of power. So to start with, there's a 320 amp hour LiFo battery, a 2000 watt pure sine wave soft start inverter, Victron DC to DC control. And down in there is a 200 amp isolator to turn off the inverter when required. So if we move into the vehicle, we've got a battery mains charger, and that's all lit up because the mains is on, so we're effectively on hookup. Now then, in the ceiling is aircon, and if I turn that on with a remote control, because we're on hookup, that will work fine. Down here we're also on hookup and it's mains selective for the fridge. Then you've got all the usual items like TV, etc. Now we've put together an off-grid package, so I'd like to show you what happens when we disconnect from the mains. So if we go outside, and I've got a little mains lead down here on the floor. Here's our mains lead. So I'm going to disconnect from the mains. So as you can see, no mains. That's on the floor, no mains. We go back in the vehicle and we come round. Up here is the inverter controller. So we'll activate the inverter. Inverter's fired up. So if we then come round, operate the fridge, again you can see it's on mains through the inverter. If I use to demonstrate the power, and this lead, as you can see, goes all the way up over here, round and into that plug socket. And if we fire that up, 1000 watts, 2000 watts. So we've got a good heat gun, so that means obviously people can use hair dryers and other AC equipment. And also, a lot of people say you can't run your air conditioning through the inverter. Well, that's the inverter just turned on. So we're on AC. Just waiting for that to fire up. And that's the aircon running through the inverter. So it is very possible to run everything you want all off grid. And the secret to this is a control unit which sits down underneath. So that takes inverter in, mains in and mains out, which goes back and feeds the RCD. And if you also notice, we're using power from the inverter through the charger to charge back the battery, but obviously that won't last, because as the battery levels drop, the power charger will cut off and everything will go dead. We've got a 320 amp hour lithium battery on there, so we're set to last for a good deal of time. As you can still see, the air conditioning, if we go back to it, that is still blowing nicely. Alright, just thought you might be interested in seeing something a little bit different, and if you're into off-grid, this is the sort of system you need. My name's Steve Ford from Leo Bay Campsite down in Kent. I'd like to thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in another video. Bye for now.